Hi everyone, this is Dr. Jody Knott, Director for Quest Therapeutic Camps of Southern California. I just wanted to put out a video, first of all, to say we are so excited that your kids are coming to camp with us this summer. It's going to be a great season, and we look so forward to seeing you this upcoming week. It feels like it's finally here, and so we're really excited. I did want to put together a video of some of the information that you would need for camp. Some of this is already in written materials we've sent, some's been updated a little bit, but I know some people just like to see things in a video instead of in written documents. So just so you know, I will be sending out written documents again, though, and a map of the park. So that will be coming as well in separate from this video. But I just kind of wanted to put some stuff out there so you know what to expect from us this summer. As always, we have some return campers who've been with us before and some new camp families. Deep down, though, this year is a little bit different because we've changed a lot of our safety protocols and things. So I just wanted to put some of that on your radar and go from there. But basically, we are super excited to be starting this June 28th and running through July 23rd. So it will be the 4 weeks. Camp starts at 9 and goes until 3:30. Deep down, though, we start doing drop off at 9. If you show up early, you can park and wait for us, but we are in a staff meeting from 8:30 to 9. So we won't be able to work with you or talk with you because our staff is getting ready to have a great day with your kids. When you do drop off, we will have a line of parking spaces where you'll be able to park. We'll have multiple staff going around doing temperature checks and asking if there's any health reason why your child can't be at camp related to basically COVID symptoms. If you have any questions about that, also if your child is feeling sick, please just call me or send me a message. You don't need to show up to tell us that that you're feeling sick, and we can go from there. The other thing I'd say is we'll start doing end of day at around 3:20. So any families who are there parked after 3:20, we will start dispersing our kids. The other thing I'd say is we are at Field E at Fountain Valley Sports Park. That's also the baseball field number 13. And so basically, if you go to either of those places, you'll be in the right spot. Fountain Valley Sports Park is different than the regional park, so our entrance is off Brookhurst. So if you are entering the park from any street other than Brookhurst, you're in the wrong place. Also, for the regional park, they make you pay. Fountain Valley Sports Park does not. So if you're someplace that isn't on Brookhurst, or they're asking you to pay to get in the gates, you aren't in the wrong. You're directly on the far side of the Mile Square Park, and you need to come to the other side. So hope that's helpful to you. Just some things so you know. We're talking about, we are doing the health screening. Our staff will be doing health screening each day as well, and we have increased our cleaning and sanitation policies. Beyond that, for cohorts, basically a lot has changed in literally just the last 2-3 weeks. From both the CDC provided specific guidelines for day camps, and so that's been super helpful. Also, some things for California shifted for on June 15th. Others have not shifted for K through 12 settings, and so we're kind of in a mix between all those things. And so just so you know, in regards to cohorts, anyone who spends more than 6 feet close to somebody else for more than 15 minutes in the day is considered a close contact for that day. We're working really hard to keep our kids socially distancing more at the 6 feet level versus less, because with that, we don't have to, in a sense, qualify for any cohorting, meaning if one child gets sick, it won't affect camp attendance for other kids. So we've created a lot of our programming to fit with that. Also, for some of the new mask guidelines, and this is for strictly outdoors, when kids are in an outdoor setting, if we can maintain social distancing, then they don't need masks. So we will have certain times where masks are going to be required for kids. That'll be when we're doing our initial screenings in the morning. They're coming into camp, when we're getting settled and transitioning potentially from different areas. Our bathroom breaks will have masks, and then certain activities. But we have worked really hard to structure a lot of our activities so our kids can be mask-free during the day. Also, though, any staff or camper who wants to wear a mask all the time or more often than not, things like that, please let me know if you'd like to potentially do something different than what we have kind of structured for all of our campers. None of that is a big deal, and we're happy to put that in place for your specific camper. Other than that, in regards to what to bring to camp, in your written materials is a whole list. This year, we're basically having kids bring some of their own, basically like school supplies, so that there'll be a lot less sharing with other kids. So we'd like them to bring pencils, pens, some colored pencils or something like that to color with. A glue stick is on there. Beyond that too, normally our kids bring one water bottle. This summer we're asking that families bring at least two, just so that minimizes how much we will use the public water fountains to keep kids hydrated. Beyond that, our kids should be in closed-toed shoes. Please give them a base level of sunblock in the day. We will also sunblock them several times. If you're a family who brings your own sunblock, that is fine. We will hold it for your children. But if they need to be able to apply the sunblock themselves. Basically, if it's a spray, we can help them. If it's a lotion, they will be applying it to themselves. So please factor that in when you're making your decisions, or if you need to discuss that with me further. Beyond that, we are a no peanut, no soda, no candy camp. So please honor that and what you pack for your kids for their lunch and their snack every day. We won't be cooling kids' lunches, so a lot of kids will have a lunch pail in their backpack, and then sometimes we'll use a blue ice or something like that if that's important for whatever they're bringing. But we'll eat around 11:30 to 12, around that time, and then we'll have a snack at 3. So kids will also get bonuses if they've brought fruit or vegetables in either their lunch or snack, so that's an opportunity for bonus points every single day. The other thing too is if your child is eating peanut butter sandwich or an almond butter or sunflower seed butter sandwich, it's hard for us to tell as a staff what type of spread that is and if it fits for our no peanut restriction, and we do have significant allergies this summer at camp. So what's helpful for us, especially the first week of camp, if on their lunch you'll mark that it's almond butter or sunflower seed butter, because a lot of times in the past when we try and ask kids, they aren't sure. And so then that instead of our staff helping our kids with lunch, we're contacting families to try and figure out what's in their lunch, because it changes our safety protocols for kids that day. So please help us out with that. Again, if you have questions, let me know. Other than that, I think those are kind of the big things of just the day-to-day. Also, your kids will get a journal from us and a spot marker. That's kind of their spot marker. Those will also go with their backpack and come home. So it'll be a huge help to us each day if you can help your kids make sure they have their supplies to come back each day. Also, we'd like kids to bring 2 masks with them. If you need any help with any of those supplies or questions about them, we can discuss that privately. Other than that, I just wanted to talk more just about how our summer is structured and what we do. In that this year we are doing fully outdoor, which is different for us. The one extra thing I'd say is we've bought multiple shade tarps and are working to kind of create some cool down strategies. We've also moved a lot of our big movement activities much earlier in the day than we've ever done, and that's just to account that we'd like kids up and moving when it's cooler in the day. So those are some of the things we're doing. We'll continue to problem solve that as we need to support our kids having just a great summer with us. Other than that, there are home goals. I believe there's you'll get some additional information about that, but basically our home goals now are all done virtually through a Google Share document. So on there you can write what your child's personal goals are. The kind of big tips I'll give is we always want people to write goals in a positive way. So instead of saying don't blurt out, or don't be disrespectful, or don't use unkind words. Instead, you'll want to say, use kind words when speaking with family, follow directions first time, be kind in words and actions, things like that. Also, sometimes families do things with hygiene or different things, and so sometimes they might have one hygiene goal. Other times they will do multiple goals, one related to brushing teeth, one related to showering, one related to picking up after themselves, or something like that. And so they'll use it different ways. Our big advice for goals is they can be really powerful for our kids, because that dramatically changes what they can buy in the store on Fridays based off their home points. So the more that you can go over points daily, make sure you give your kids points, and for sure update your form by Friday morning for us, so that it's available for us, so that when our kids are ready to shop on Friday, we have your information. Then for our kids, sometimes too, families will kind of track their goals related to their kids' behavioral goals at camp. Our kids will get their goals likely on Wednesday morning. Sometimes I skip it the first week an extra day, just so we have a little bit more time to observe, if I feel that'll be helpful for us kind of finalizing some extra goals for our kids. But either way, by Thursday of this week, your kids' goals will be fully done, and your kids will know what their specific goals are, not just general goals for camp participation. Also, you will get, for communication, you will get a point sheet every single day. And so that point sheet will come home. A few things I want to draw your attention to. We email those out. If for some reason you don't get one on a certain day, please let us know, because that might be some glitch in our system, because our plan is to send them out every day. Sometimes just due to internet, because we always have to be on a secure setup, it can take us a while to get those out. One thing that's often helpful for families is on the goal sheet, there's an overall 1 to 5 score for the day. And deep down for us, a 5 is similar to an A, 4 is like a B, a 3 is in the middle, a 1 or a 2 is a goal where we basically are saying we kind of struggled with this, we have some work to do. Also on the point sheet, there's 2 periods in the day, both the social learning time and the therapy group time. Those times are out of 10 points. So there's the structure on there. There's also spots on your sheet for bonus points, but we also call out every day things your child did well, but also things that may have been more areas that we worked on or will continue to work on for future days, based on how your child's uniquely doing at camp. On that sheet, we recommend you look at it every day too, because that will be a big place where we're communicating things, such as we will have a color day, and so your child's color will be listed in the comment section, or if there's something else we just feel it's important for you to know, we will put it in the comments. So we do recommend you look at that every day. Sometimes though, people will just want to know their standard 1 to 5 overall score for the day when their child's leaving from camp, if you're doing your own individual behavior plan for the afternoon, where that factors into bonuses. So those are just some of the things I want to draw your attention to there. Just talking a little bit more about our programming too. Basically, our kids get a social learning component every day of our program. We have taken the concept of hidden rules from social thinking, Michelle Garcia Winner's work, because I love the stuff she does. So we do have hidden rules each day of camp. Our kids will get a hidden rule and then a lesson connected to that. So some of the information I'll be sending home about, here's the rules for the 4 weeks. That should give you a sense of some of the things. I'm also including some of the language we basically have more rules than what our specific sessions are, and so all the other language we will also be teaching and working on at camp, but it just won't be as structured as the social learning activity that's earlier in the day. Often people really like the hidden rules, one, because that fits with your home point optional bonuses, and it also gives you a lot of sense of the exact language we use with kids. So on things where it talks about small versus big problem, or what's expected, or how to be a flexible problem solver, there's a million little terms and phrases we use that is based off the sheets we're sending out. So a lot of times families, we can talk to about how to use more of that language, but that's part of the reason we're sending it out. Also, our big goal for the summer is about generalizability. So our kids are going to be asked a lot about how does this fit for you at school, at home, but also some of the hidden rules of you using the same language or you talking about some of the same things helps with that generalizability as well. Other than that, for this summer, it's really been on my heart that I really want to do a lot with negative thinking for our kids, the kind of that negative self-talk, and restructuring that. That fits with some of our hidden rules related to neuroplasticity. And it just fits with solid cognitive behavioral therapy interventions. And that's kind of where my heart is for this summer. Every year there's kind of like one thing where I'm like, this is it. We're going to build that into so much of our programming in indirect and direct ways over the course of summer. So I just wanted to put that out there so you're aware of that. I think I'm going to reflect that in a lot of your kids' goals too. There'll probably be one goal that specifically fits with that. So it's an active target for us because I think it's so important. Other things I just wanted to mention, we are having family nights. We started this last year for our virtual camp, and I was really excited about how it went. So we've kept the exact same structure for the summer. Basically, what is going to happen is we will have on Wednesdays for these 4 weeks of camp from 6:15 at night to 7:45. On Wednesdays is the program for our young and middle campers, so that's our 6 to 10-year-olds. And then on Thursday night from 6:15 to 7:45 will be our virtual program for our older and leadership program. So basically our 11 and ups. And so for that, you will get an invite for those meetings. If for some reason you can't make one, you could jump into the other night, even though we've structured them. It's very similar activities. We'll structure things a little bit different, especially for the parent meeting, which is the second half of that meeting. The first part from 6:15 to close to 7 is our family night. And so it's an interactive activity for your family to do. And then the last part is the parent meeting. The parent meetings we tend to structure a little differently just because the needs are a little different for our campers, family who have younger kids versus older kids. But you can log into either of those meetings. The kids attend for the first part, and the second part is parents only. And I think those are kind of the big things. Again, we are so excited you're with us. Oh, the one other thing I would say too is for pickup and drop off. We're going to really work to get kids quickly out of cars and engaged in our programming. And so we will be focused on that. If you have something to say to our staff who are checking you in, that takes more than 10 seconds, basically to say, today I have to pick my camper up early, remember at 2:30. If it's something more than that, we will have a different area for you to come to. That tells me you need to speak to another head or lead staff because you have something to talk about. What I'd recommend though, often if there are things that you can put into a text or an email to me, that'll be more effective. And any moments where we're over there, that's moments where we're split and not doing programming for your children. So we really recommend think about, can I send this in an email instead? If it's something where that's not the case, that's totally fine. But that'll be our setup regarding that. So those are kind of the big things there. Also, just how to get a hold of me. My email's the one that our emails go out from, most of them, which is the jnot@questsolutionssocal.com. So you can always email me there. Also, the main number, the 714-490-3428 number. If you text that number, that texts to me. Just so you know, for people who aren't saved in my phone, I won't know who the message is from. So please, when you leave a message there, please also say who you are. That way I can get back to you and know who I need to respond to. I think those are kind of the big things for communication. You can call during the day, but what I can tell you is I often can't pick up because I'm busy with your kids. And also, I don't know the calls are from you, and we get I don't even know how many calls every week of just people wanting services from us, and I don't pick those calls up at camp because they take away from serving your kids. So sometimes too, if you feel there is something that needs to be in a message, even if you text me or email to say, hey, I left you a message, could you please listen to it? That works too, because then I at least know to check. So those are just some of the things we found over the years that kind of helps the best with communication. So hope that's helpful to you. We can't wait to see you Monday. If you have any questions before that, please feel free to reach out. But other than that, we will see you all at 9 a.m. Monday morning this upcoming week on the 28th. Thanks. Bye.